in terms of firepower output. We've seen the team play. I mean, obviously, we've seen them triumph against this Complexity roster not too long ago, but Complexity out for a little bit of revenge. And look, it breaks my heart to say this as a massive NACS booster.
No.
Complexity's looked a little shaky here. They have not looked excellent.
Little maybe is an understatement. But, you know, they say you can never stop the flop, and maybe the flop just hasn't been going yet. Here's their chance to start it, and here's where they really need to. To T-side beginning for Heat on map number 1 of Vertigo is, as usual, they'll be taking some good space out towards ramp. JT concedes the lane. But it's Junior, actually, to get things going. XRC's fast on the trade. There's 2 players sandbag.
They don't have a molly, so that's going to be a tough position to deal with. They're set up nicely for this, but this is a B play. It was to draw them away. The bomb's made its way in towards mid. They found these kills, and maybe they're wise to this, but it might be too little too late. These players are making their way in towards B. Now the auto queue's been given up. Floppy's got this. He's got the mid space.
Joko's holding for it, though. He should be prepared. He finds one. Grim needs the trade. He's got it. Junior as well for support. It's just Afro. Left alive. He has a good spot. Hears them both. Needs to be ready. And the flick. It's fast. And now, in the 1v1, it's Junior on top.
Okay, Junior, starting out hot here early. That crosshair heating up 3 big kills, and he's had some big numbers in the games they've played so far. It's a map that this team likes to play. And Floppy didn't get that kill. That was JT. Drop it on in, though. He'll gain so much space, and playing together with JT, now you got a situation where you're locked out. And this is some of the chemistry coming over. I know the desk's talking about this team still needing to gel. Well, Floppy and JT have been playing together a little bit longer. So they're working out nicely as a duo.
finds a molly kill, too.
Just the other side of the map.
Yeah.
Burns one alive.
And this is the rifles up, too, for Heat. This was the round that should have been the pivot for them, and it's looking rough. The flop escapes, stays alive with the MP5. And now ramp has to be the direction where you apply a little pressure. Bomb recovered. Lucky, too, is poking, but Cole doesn't have to give anything away here. They can play this pretty darn passive. Lucky wants to sell something on this side of the map, maybe get Junior off the line, but Junior stands, connects onto the shot. Now the mollies will reaggress. And the 2 remaining Frenchmen will look to group here.
Okay, there's a kill. That might draw some more attention.
He should be ready for Junior.
Junior's posted. His teammate's not close enough to help. Junior! It's going to be a wing shot, but not the kill. Graham not quite quick enough to save his comrade, but may have just done it for the round. 35 seconds here. Lucky needs to make a move. He needs to get his groove on, and it's not going to happen. So the guns can be retrieved. The op should be available. It's an interesting decision, though, right? To go for the hero rifle at this juncture. Certainly. I'll put them on the back foot as they go forward. Here's the clear by the danger panel. There's the peek, but Joko snappy on it, showing why they trusted him with this gun. He's going to press forward. Grim holds the line. Joko down, but the rifle can be regained, and Lucky will bring that to great effect. The trades are there. Junior, aggressive into it, flying forward. He doesn't have one more, and it's a 2v2. He was loath to give up the angle, loath to give up the space, but look at these players. Now they're grouping. Exercise coming in to help him out. And Afro will play off of it. What a kill to capitalize on. It's all on to Fang.
Look at the util, though. He has a good belt left, nade forward, but no one's wounded enough to die for it. Damage is good. He spots out one. But that's just the poke. The Deagle's trying to bait in. No, it's more than that.
Got the op.
Op recovered.
Here's the regroup. Go up over the mid-berm instead. Assume that someone might have pressed forward onto that angle, but they haven't. They've given him the space. They've not given him a fight that he was looking for now. They can play safe and play off that bomb. He's been spotted.
He doesn't know about the op either. Now he will.
Misses.
But in close. Afro's low. Is Fang ready for this? It's going to be tough. Swings there. Afro just better. The hero rifle works out. Doesn't go deeper, though.
How patient can they be? They're bringing multiples. They're just dropping utility, or are they going to join him? They're going to join him. Util over. They're pressuring in towards mid, but the op's moved off the angle. Junior's giving up the space.
And now he'll head his way back towards the site, conceding that space in mid. B, though. Seems like that may be more the direction this Heat squad wants to head. Already some space to work with over at the stairs, but instead it's a re-rotation back towards ramp. This is where the op is. This is where the brunt of the stack is, too. But they've given away 40 seconds. You can just leave if you're Heat, or you can hunt for the AWP.
They're going to press into it.
They want it. It's Fang close.
Here.
P250. It's
They're
good in these
grouped up.
situations, but he needs to hit it immediately. He does. Now Gun's on the ground. This gets funky. He's charging forward. AK for more. Fang for 2. And he even wants another.
He's got the bomb.
Has he done enough, though? Op is still here. Junior is still holding. The bomb is down, and sure, Joko spams, but look at the clock. It's 20 seconds, and it's Floppy on the site close. USP in. Op's on the floor, but still, the timer, it is ticking. Floppy, when does he activate it to crossfire? It's a bait. This could be perfection. No! Lucky denies. On these angles, you can see Fang hunting forward on the spray. His teammates in trouble. And it's 2 for 1. Good for the teams. The MAC 10 setting the pace, setting the precedent. But they need to set Juniors up to the floor. Grim's pushing. Going deep on the angle. Joko's holding on the other side. This is make or break. And Grimmy's made it. Smoke forward as well. Now Junior has help too. It's all 3 players from Cole on this site, but minute 10 left on the clock. He'd have options. They don't have to rush this, and they've just been given a freebie. Through the wall, down goes Grim. Cole have to concede. Bomb can be planted unless Junior hits this on the wall bang. Afro is low. One shot would do it if he tries to commit to the plant here.
Smokes are not far off from the fade either. Get the lineup. He's going to come off of it, looking for one more shot, trying to bait out the response, trying to bait out something, and precious seconds do slip away. But they're wary about the mid lurk now, right? Because they're trying to bait, because they're trying to buy time, they're now wary that someone might be around, and they're not. That denies the plant. No, the bomb's gone down. Floppy has cracked the board, but now he's in the clutch. He knows where the player's out, and he's got the kill. What a way to get involved in the party.
True.
But HEET have not given themselves many advantages as we're approaching the half. One more round here. Body will do it difficultly, but he will eventually find the kill he needed.
Fang? Surely he doesn't fall too. That MAC 10 dealing damage. The Galil does too. So now 4 versus 3. Site is secured. Over towards the B side of the map. It's last round. Cole has to go for this retake, but Utilit's limited. Floppy, one flash. Molly at his feet. He has to fall.
They're just going to have to wait out this util. There's still another flash and a nade. Not a ton, but something, and many crosshairs to work with here for HEET. And everybody from Complexity is coming from the same side. They got no stairs presence. It's all going to have to happen here.
They have the util to do it. Molly goes deep. It's Joko. Close team damage. Courtesy of Floppy, he'll still find a kill, but the trades are good. It's Joko.
In the first half. Oh, there weren't necessarily as many as you'd like. Exercise going to go aggressive here. Flash bang to set him up, and eventually he will be able to finish the kill. Now there's 2 players here, just one on the steps, so they're looking for some action, and Joko with a little bit of a jump spot out towards the ramp will sound the alarm.
They fall back and look to hold in defensive positions. Nade set up. Deal damage, deny that plant. At least those are the hopes. And the double nade doesn't quite work out. Joko, though, finds a shot through the smoke off the fringes. JT to drop bomb is still down, though, but Complexity have to stay close. They need to fight this one. You cannot fall too far away. In a disadvantage this large. Fang. Oh, he cannot do it. Exercise good for it. Now the work back in is excellent. There's a kid on Joko. This is all going swimmingly for the French. They convert it in flawless fashion. Really impressive way to get things started.
No scoping.
I don't know how much I'll invest into the stocks of that one. Maybe you can try that at your stand-up career. The trade's there. It's good. JT for lucky. Gun, eventually, to be recovered onto the Galil. Only one player anchoring towards B, but rotates underway. And Exercise is fine for it. Able to pick off another with the M4. So into a 4 versus 3 now. It has to be this re-clear.
I like the detail of how careful Exercise is there, right? The one position someone could be in is boosted up to pop over that danger panel, and he's just ready for it. Nice kill down from Afro, shuts down Fang, who had a bit of a forward position. Now this makes it very difficult for the ramp players to get much of anything going here. And Afro continues to be a nuisance. Joko seeing Grim get forward. And Grim, with that shot, might secure a plant, but he wants more. He's not content with just the plant. He gets 2, and he makes this round a question mark again. The scout will keep Grim clean for the moment, but they are chasing him down, and the scout cannot connect. Junior has that bomb to play off of. Do they have a smoke? They do. They have 2, even. They can obscure so much of his vision and now bring the threat of the fight. And while he will take 1, there's just too many. Just yet, but they do like to play with it, and they won't have that option.
Mid presence for Complexity. Already up quite deep. They can split this one towards B, or they can fight even more. Afro actually wins things out over Grim. Now Junior maybe in a bit of a tight spot. Because his opposition, they can hop up towards this mid-berm, and they will try to do so. The op shot misses. Down goes Junior. This is all falling apart for Cole. Fang's the only one remaining. He was the lurk. He was alone towards the ramp. And now Bomb is down. You have money, 10K in the bank account. You can go for damage, but it doesn't feel like much more than that is possible. First one, a gimme.
It was a tempo change for Complexity, committing heavy into mid, and they commit everybody but Fang into mid. And
yeah,
well, the commitment doesn't work out so well. Nice setup for Heat. I mean, it really comes down to Afro hitting that first shot, right? Then all of his teammates can play off of him, but he does a great job standing up there with the rifle. More damage not available. Afro to seal the deal. How it feels.
Little revenge. It's a sweet, sweet dish.
You're going fast.
Body, yeah, he'll find the damage. Afro helps with that, burns away onto Floppy, and the util is just excellent. 2 players already on 1 HP for Complexity. Can you hit the reset switch? Not really. There's a molly covering the flank. It will fade now, so options reopen, but you need to find some kind of a reply. Smoke goes in. Junior tries to spray. It's an AK, and he gets away with it too. But again, the health is so incredibly low. JT, the only healthy member, and the boost is spotted. It'll get dropped away from, and Cole will reset.
How have they not done a bullet of damage? Even fence spam you'd think would have connected at some point here.
Nothing. Not even the util. And Afro's gonna dive deeper. He's gonna put his hand into the cookie jar. And it's the sweetest treat on the other side. The only healthy member, he can take it down. Fang, though, still good for this entry to work his way through Afro's flank. It's gonna come to fruition right here, right now, just on the other side. They're touching! And the drop given to JT. A 3v3. But the utility mostly expended 1 nade, though. Exorcise, that could kill them all, but Fang, that is outstanding! Pushes forward, finds the shot, Junior has the plant, and the HP is too low now. It's just JT.
Has to dodge the HE.
He has to, right? It hasn't come just yet. A swing forward first. Spam damage, it'd be great to deny the plant, but you don't even have a chance. Body to shut down the clutch. But really, I mean, the MVP was in the utility. No one had more than a whisper of health. But there's something new in mid. Joko's posted, boosted. MP9 in hand. Flash. We'll keep him away. Grim! The shot is obscene as he cuts a man down in mid. Now man advantage. What is the reply? Surely they have to push something, apply some pressure elsewhere. Afro is trying to do so. Over towards the ramp, but Cole are taking their sweet time. Floppy was making sure nothing's happening. Over towards the stairs, and he's aware of that. So now, the patience game has to continue.
They're letting this time whittle off the clock, though. Body's going to try and re-clear for some info. He's just jumping for it. He's got a Molotov on. Hasn't spotted anyone yet, but as soon as he does, there's the information. Blip on the radar. All he needs to cue him off. The lineup here for Afro. Body's got 1. Afro trying to find something. Cannot. At least the numbers have been evened out. 50 seconds. They've rebuffed Complexity's attack. They've held them at bay for now, and now the boost.
If Complexity re-hit, this could be a catastrophe. And they are, but the boost is forced away. So now Cole will work their way ever quietly up the ramp. Information limited here for Heat. You see there's a player on the swing towards mid, so rotations will be fast, but Afro is boosted. An off angle. They've played this before for the side of Heat. Is Grim ready for it? That's the biggest question. He's not the healthiest, but the utility reigns in. The push soon to come. Body on the swing. Rotations. Are they coming yet? Heat's hesitant to do so. They have a man back towards spawn still. Complexity, 10 seconds. They are letting this one drain. JT planting. Is there utility to deny? No. Flames lick at his feet. Does not matter. He gets down. He gets away, but Exorcise on the flank. He's alone in this endeavor. He needs something massive, but he's waiting for the anvil on the other side to hit down. Junior holds. Junior ready, but Grim taken. Flying off the map, and now activated is Exorcise to claim to. Swing from JT, unsuccessful, and the French push it to OT.
So now we go again.
Truly the OT moment.
Classic OT moment. A push in here for Lucky. He'll get 1, but he's being chased. He can't post back on the angle. The box, too brittle. The corner gives him up, and now a second kill comes through, so advantage Complexity for the moment.
Exorcise on a push here. Floppy's holding. Grim is on a rotation. He did catch this. Timing. Does he spot it? Not yet. Elbow showing 1. Second confirmed onto the USP. Somehow still sustaining, but not for long. 2v2 site taken.
Such a brilliant maneuver. Bomb's going to make its way in towards the plant, and no one's here ready for it, but a flank on. And Body trying to deny off of the utility. It was their friend earlier. Fang's holding for this, though. Is Joko going to expect that? Or will he expect him to be forward? He's got to clear his corners, and he's not going to do so. A critical error here. That bomb now will start to make its way to being planted. But they still got time. They've got 55 seconds. They don't have to do this. Posted up. A miss from Junior, and Body punishes. Down to the clutch here, and Body's got all the health in the world to work with. He knows he dropped that bomb, and he's going to take his time.
Does he fully wrap this?
To reposition.
He can play the game. Of the mind. He's maybe making a risk. He's putting himself in a position where he still should be able to hear if Fang commits, but Fang
could go through.
He's pushing deeper.
No. He'll back away.
He just wanted the early information. Now he'll commit to this plant. But the thing is, in this amount of time, he should realize that Body could be anywhere. But Body's just at the burp. And he's holding close.
And he might give the audio cue as he drops around. There's the spot. Now Fang knows. It's down to a fight now, dancing around the aircon, but Body's got it. Another huge clutch.
This time not Fang. JT instead will be the man to tuck close.
They're expecting it. This mid-play has been trickier for them, right? Grim's been locking that down. The other monster we've had here. We've been talking about Fang, but Grim's sitting on 34. He's not exactly lagging far behind. On Floppy, just behind the girder. Somewhat isolated. Flashbang for the peak, but Floppy, Lucky falls right off of that. I think he may have been spotted as he dropped. He comes right back into the angle, and this time he's ready for it. Recognizing what that flashbang likely meant. We'll bring in the kill. It's traded instantly on the other side of the map, and there's another one. Junior's up, punishing down the ramp. They found that space towards B, but they decided to try and capitalize on the other side, and that was a bit of a mistake.
And now what's the reply? Quick up the stairs. Grim is still here. He has a smoke to play around. He'll talk off angle. Tough to clear from this position. Grim.
In the smoke.
Waiting on the fade. Waiting on the opportunity. He'll tuck deep. Doesn't know about the player behind him. Where's the adjustment? Not in time. But still, it's only Lucky. Junior takes down the final teammate in Joko. So it's again a clutch requisite for HEET's success. The molly, does it burn Fang? No.
It's too far.
He's fine. The spread, not enough. And the molly on the other side works far better. Caught with utility.
Double Pony at the time. The core of Complexity was Extra Salt at the time.
Point still stands.
They did play an Ancient.
Yeah.
And it was a 16-7 in favor of Complexity. But you'd imagine HEET preparing for that to potentially come through the veto again, probably have some things up their sleeves, especially since they've had all day to prepare specifically for this opponent.
This is true. They have had time to get things rolling, but things will be rolling straight away on the server here. HEET with a CT-sided start on their opponent's map choice, and Complexity already with some good pressure out towards mid. No real utility, nor players invested for HEET in this direction. And interestingly enough, they play a double deep A setup. No one contesting the donut. So now for these players on the site, in Exorcise and in Afro, the pressure, it is well and truly on utility. Yet to rain on in, but now it comes Complexity. Ready to come forward. Fang with a boost on up. Exorcise just chipping away with shots. Yet to connect onto a kill, but his teammate Afro has been tucked this whole time, and now the trap will spring, and it's not too late. No. Body able to take down one, but the trade's excellent. JT and Floppy working back in, but Body's here. Rotations have come through, and the USB is hitting. JT 1v3, and he's making a run for it. Bomb on his back, but HP, not so much to work with.
They shouldn't let him out of this angle. Lucky's poised and locked in, but he is alone. And now he's let enough time go that they're wondering, did he slip away? They're coming back through mid. If he finds this kill, he might have the A side open, but he can do no such thing. Rush. It's not too far off from that. And Util coming out to be executed. They'll try and drop his own, but it may be too little too late. They're boosted and past his smoke. They're not worried about that. They're chasing him on in, and Fang is able to punish. Only one kill found. The overwhelm on Afro, and this time he's down for the count. The ult not great in that angle.
And now the swing. Grim able to keep things into the advantage of Complexity. The HP, though, it's an issue. And Pistol's still on Floppy and Fang, but you're right, the positioning could be massive. He's backstabbing slowly, working his way back around towards mid. And for the two players on the site, in Floppy and Grim, it's about buying time. And Floppy does more than that. Connects a shot off the dig. The trade is there. It's a connection onto the double, but does he know about the flank? Fang has been here the whole time. It's 1 HP on both these players, a single bullet. Would close, no tap. Kit recovered. Now spotted. Fang ready. He misses!
Oh!
He misses the shot, but the time.
He's won it.
The time is enough.
Not exactly the way you were hoping that would go.
It's specifically bred into the NA folks. And, well, Floppy, he also has that specific scent on his nose. And he'll look to get another one here. Afro will hold close. One of those rifles will rotate on in for body, but now it's the only real gun up in this round. And Cole is playing this one slow again. I'm loving the patience out of them. While their aggression is great, there was a couple rounds where maybe the haste got the better of them. Back on Vertigo.
Now taking in towards mid, they spotted the player in the mid house. They're going to smoke that off, take this space. They can go donut. They've got Jaguar control. There's a lot of options here.
And now they'll clear for Jaguar. Again, very thorough. Molly, flash, pre-fire for Floppy, but it's body in close on the connector between Jaguar and the cave. He's going to be forced to run, but he wants a fight. Isn't able to get it. Has to commit to the reload. But this is the stack. All three players on B. Complexity is setting up for a split. They'll have to deal with a boost.
35 seconds. They are committing to this. The player through mid is going to be the interesting piece, right? Do they let Fang lead the charge, get the back lines here? Because he could be dangerous. No, they're not going to wait for that to develop. Now Fang's going to start to make his move, but he's being checked for even. Spam is good for body. He finds another. You're starting to run into issues with the clock here. That bomb has left. They bailed it on out. They are leaving and headed towards A. Unfortunately for them, there shouldn't be any issues with that because if one player had stayed behind, that'd be a problem.
Oh, Fang, he has this for free. Body was not prepared for it. And now that's one of the guns on the ground. Sure, one was recovered over for Exorcise, but it's still going to be tough to clear this man out. Fang sees the molly. He swings past it, claims all three. Fire and flames, not an issue for him. He'll tuck on the site, smokes down. He has to fight.
They've been mollying this spot. Do they have one for it? They do.
Fang's
it's going to come in. Exorcise is going to be forced into the fight, but he's got one. And he slips into the smoke. They gave him a convenient cover, and now as they try and chase, body punishes. That bomb, they'd like to get it planted, but they need to do so quickly, and utility sailing in will make life uncomfortable for them. Molly should give Junior the space to get forward, but as he's hopping up, the timing is brutal. Exorcise takes two more. Bomb plant found. That money secured at the least, but this round now very much in doubt. Unless Floppy can get some magic flowing. 2 kills already found. No smoke to cover this off. Some utility to push him back, and they've found some damage, but time is of the essence. They need to get on that defuse, and they're trying to bait him out. As of yet, he's not biting. The lineup's there, but they don't get the kill. Floppy. Rushing down mid here for Heat once again. They've tried this quite a bit. Usually go for the window peek, but this time it seems like they're just going to post up and wait. And Complexity have thrown a change-up pitch here as well. A little bit more early emphasis towards B. The B site has eluded them so far. They're going to give it another crack.
Afro makes noise off the molly, but no one close enough to hear nor to punish. So he'll just be smoked off and maintained safe in his hidey hole. We haven't seen much action towards B out of Cole. This time, though, we'll do the same setup that we saw in the round previous that they attempted this, but this time they have to contend with mid. It's already been pushed down in, but body will concede.
Afro posted up. No utility to clear him off the angle. That could be a problem unless he misses the shot. Limps away with 1 point of health. Fortunate to give him the slip. No HEs available to chase him. Molly would probably do the trick. I mean, you hit him with a flashbang, it'll do the trick. But for now, they're going to be content to push him off. And this time, it's going to be Grim who pushes through.
Well-timed smoke, too, if you look towards B. Ramp is denied for the moment, but you can just wait. Have Grim pinch in towards the late round, throw some utility to execute towards B. You see Afro's nervous about it. He's holding the long angle to deny, and JT off angle is contended with Afro as well hitting a shot, but Fang has the entries. Now he has to worry about the man in cave, and he's dealt with the issue still. It's a man disadvantage, but the bomb is coming down, and there's time to spare. So now that clock, it starts to figure into the favor of Complexity, but Fang, he's contended with the flank, and now Junior is posted, but he misses out on the shot, so a healthy Exorcise and a wounded Afro. It's 2 ops to work back on in, and Fang's position is it's known. He only has 1 HP. He only has 1 chance to get this done. Rifle recovered. Afro on the close right angle. Other side of the map, but he's getting aggro. Molly to help. Oh no, Junior misses out on his opportunity, but has he allowed enough time for Grim to tuck? He has, and Grim's ready for at least the first, but the trade, it's immediate. And now that site is open. Junior still hits a shot, so guns are on the floor. Now the Pistols will look to hound down, but Lucky holds. And Junior is alone. A 1 versus 3. He'll try and rotate on over. He's trained on the proper position, but his smoke is down. Molly to block him out. Junior just wants to keep the op.
They want to make absolutely sure he has no way of taking this round. Lucky will hunt him. That's not going to be allowed, and now he's out of there. Not enough time. That would be my assumption.
Yeah.
And B-side has been meek.
Joko had the spawn for it. It's probably why. He'll just run it straight on up.
This is a window peek, but they're already through it. They're so fast. It doesn't matter that it's a window peek.
Junior can still hold. There are players that are late to this. He could catch someone on the cross, but Fang's in trouble. And no, Afro has taken him down. That was the op on the rotation, but JT able to trade back the space, though, that HEET created. It is ridiculous. Afro still holds. No one can flank through lane, and deep in towards the spawn, 2 players are contesting. A barrier created. HEET has space to play with. Unless Floppy can get something done, and he's found the first. This cave position critical, and now Body working back onto the site. Has to contain against Floppy, and the swing's there. Floppy for another now. It's only 2 left alive. They're trying to brawl on the site, and Exorcist cannot stand. Grim had the backstab. What's the answer for this?
Well, they're going to find a flank early.
Oh, they're going
Double
fast.
Player. They hear the
JT,
flashbang.
he might have the frag. No! Exorcist shuts it down.
JT's been trying a lot of these aggressive plays, and he has not been finding much. Fang, no, won't be able to find that one, unable to adjust the spray, and now it's looking bad, bad, bad. They've lost mid. They've lost this control. Their aggression hasn't paid out. These 3 players are completely isolated around the map. If they don't get a hero performance from somebody, this round's already lost. Floppy, postured forward. Grim, just on the other side here in spawn. Body's past him. Once the smoke fades, maybe Grim can find the flank.
Grim has no idea.
Body's already passed. Doesn't matter.
Timing has eluded him. Floppy, if he gets this, that's big, but it's not around.
They're past him. He doesn't know it.
Yeah, he has no idea. Will run straight into his own death, but Grim sprays away. That's a double. He has the Malik to sustain now. Smoke goes deep as well. He's forced to fight, and Afro holds the angle. It's Junior alone. He's always the last man standing. Does he go for it?
You need rounds.
You
need rounds, but the op's so important. Their money is shattered.
The expected value has got to be low on this play, but sometimes you just have to go for it. Sometimes you just have to commit, and you have to believe, but dreams, belief, it's not enough.
And he's spamming, so he's not making a secret of it. Damage found, but it'll be unconfirmed. They'll make their way in towards mid. Mid is soft. It's open. And Afro is about to eat an aid.
Floppy. He'll consume a little bit of damage back. Molly's going in. They want to hunt this man, but Floppy stays alive, falls back. Time and utility bought in exchange for Jaguar control.
They're still very focused here on B, right? They haven't been dissuaded by anything that they've seen so far. Okay, Afro. If he lands up one of these, we gotta check MPC. I think it's the technical rules.
Floppy's trying to line up his own blind through a smoke. They will go in, and he has the smoke to go straight back on down.
Look at this control here for Exorcist. Now they're going to wait for him to work his way through.
But
He's got the red room.
He's being held for. Junior is there deep with the op, but it is a matter of timing because he's playing that swing. If the B hit comes out quickly, he can wrap in the late round and make himself an issue, but that all depends on this boost finding something. It's up above the top. Afro has the shot. Junior is dead to rights, and that is the player who would have checked on the flank from the red room. So now that position even more potent, and now JT eating even more damage. It's Afro yet again to find damage, and it's Joko to continue. 2 players remaining. Exorcist in a spot to find Grim, and that he will. So Fang, a 1 versus 4, and Joko's just on the other side, taken down, but the damage taken. A nade in his face, and a time not there.
Do it again. Do it again and see if Complexity can have adjusted themselves to what they saw from HEET enough to actually make something of this game.
Well, we'll have to see how much they can make out of it as we do hop into things here. One of these teams is headed to the playoffs. The other will be sent home in the groups.
It's going to be a heartbreaker for either team.
Yeah.
Really will be.
Either the NA hopes or the French hopes. Riding upon this one, a big game for either of these teams, and for Complexity, it's a CT-sided start. It's looked more favorable for them on Inferno, at least in that previous matchup.
One of Nell or Ryan will be very happy on Twitter, and the other forlorn. We'll find out which shortly after this. Floppy gonna get aggressive ahead of the smoke. He wants to fight, and it's not working out for him. The porch play is, though. Fang on point. Only to the tune of 2, and that does not work out for them in the math. They lost the Arch player as well. And so now, HEET. They pull these 2 players over. They've pulled this rotation over. They've got all of this control in the world. And unfortunately for them, or rather, unfortunately for Complexity, they rotated both. They got no control of the site. They've given up the B. The bomb's going down. And there's not a whole lot they can do about that. Was going to say the bomb hesitates a little bit, exposes it, but, you know, if XSC just hits the shot, who cares?
Yeah, no smoke. That was the opportunity for Complexity to recover, but not to be. Now it's just Grim. 1v3 in the clutch. Kit on his back. Is there a smoke? I don't think there's one on the ground, at least nowhere near him. He's already been spotted, chipped away at. He knows the position of 2 players. Afro's still an unknown quantity in this all, but it might only take the 2. One shot, that's crisp. It's Grim on the connection, but now he enters into the doldrums.
Molly will provide some comfort. Lots of utility exchanges early on here. Who's going to get the space? Good damage done on the Lucky. Completely unconfirmed for JT. But it does at least deny Banana for the time being.
Good space in the apartments for the T's, but they're conceding it.
Can we? Exorcist like has the lines going over. Is he playing like an old CRT? What's this guy doing?
I don't know.
What's his monitor setup?
I'll have to see it next time we hop one over towards him. HEET is actually hitting the brakes here. But if they head back towards B, they could be in trouble. Floppy has walked up. He has support, and Lucky would be the first to contact. He's low on HP. Floppy tucks. JT has the off angle. This should at least be good for a couple, you'd hope, but it's unsuccessful. Only 1 for 1. JT forced to fall away. That's such a good reply out of HEET. Afro's flash proving potent. And talk of flashes, there's one to support JT. The swing is through, but in the pool, Joko stands, and he'll deliver. Now for Complexity, it falls to a retake. It's an AWP on Junior. He's already been seen, and he finds the tag, but it's really not enough. To work back in, you need to be given something, an olive branch to be extended, and nothing is giving. Complexity, they're backing away from this one.
They're going to commit the smoke to back off.
Yeah.
Afro thinking about chasing up. They're already around the corner. They're going to be able to keep these 3 guns alive, something to go into the next. But you're right, that setup towards B looked so strong. And the flashes on towards Banana by HEET were enough to push them off of it. There was no utility to back it up. There was no way for JT to come back.
Ooh, Fang's on a run down mid. Junior's to hold from. We've seen this play before, and hey, works again. Now there's a player towards the logs who's a little bit trapped, and now it's made even worse because the bomb is on the floor. Fang has been the one to fell it, and he'll push for more. Does he have support the other side of the Banana? Not yet. And Exorcist, the wallbang eludes him. Lucky's toes. They've been spotted. Fang claims 3, and Complexity.
Flashbang in for a little aggression on Banana. Damage done off of it. But they can't hold on to the position. They're actually going to slot Junior in, which is interesting because they're leaving him here. There's a lone AWP. Afro on the other side, holding Junior's up, if I'm not mistaken. A little bit aggressive here. He's got the boiler spot. No one's given him a shot just yet, but if a check comes in from balcony, he is ready to punish.
Floppy. 2 on the other side of the smoke from him. JT will support. Who makes first contact? It's JT! Joko opens with a double, and Afro finds a shot with the AWP as well. So now Grim, he's the lone defender of this site. And the thing is, they can stay lethargic. There is no rush.
No, they're through in towards B as well. They got the pinch.
They're going to pinch Junior. He will not be allowed to save. Needs to perform. Joko, it's a free shot onto him. That was already the low HP player. And Lucky jump peek, Junior connection. Now this round looking far more doable because Grim, he's in a position where he can rotate on over. He falls, but it's Junior alone.
He's got the bomb.
It would take the ace, but he could do it. AWP in his hands. He'll tuck close. Utility down. He plays within him. Flames not hitting. Jumping forward. No scope. Missing Junior alive. But the Glock through the smoke denies. to come again. Nades this time, no, not find much at all. Lucky, he's made himself deep, but Junior does the same. He's played this angle before. He finds the same success, but cannot get away. Joko on the punish, so 4 versus 4, flash forward. Lucky, not even the player he wanted, but instead, he'll take them both. A whole collection to be taken home for Heat in the trade. It's non-existent. Afro takes one down with the AWP, and Joko finds more from his position.
Smiling in the slightest, just stone-faced.
You gotta express your frustration somehow.
It's just mad.
That one really stuck with you, didn't it?
It did. Just the look in his eyes, you know?
You're gonna wake up tomorrow morning and just see those eyes.
I don't like seeing that rage on young Grimothy. Gotta put a smile on that face. It's a good kid.
Yeah, turn that frown upside down.
It's not even really a kid anymore. They're growing up so fast. Here's the play on in. JT, point man with that AWP, but it looks like Afro wants to duel against him, and Afro pretty snappy with the zoom banger. So here's the early test for that secondary up, for that double upset, if they go through with it, which they will eventually. That's all they got.
It's an if for now, and it'll be a reality soon here. JT with the op floppy, trying to spam, has to fall back. So through the smoke, it's op number 1, it's op number 2, and it's Junior for 2 of his own. Now a little bit of trouble for JT. Body finds 1, floppy has to live, and he does more than that. Finds a frag, low HP, and the flash is excellent.
Which they can do. Utilities coming through, they'll have the bodies here to deal with this A-hit, but this A-hit has been a vulnerability for them, and at least for the moment, it's just the 2 players zoned out towards site, as the library help can't come. The smokes are good here. Heat have spent all their utility on this, but they need to start getting something off of it, and Fang has struck first.
Oh, and the spray, straight through the smoke goes body, still Grim, down in the pit, gets 1. Now he's revealed, position noted, above, it's more Grim. He may not be smiling, but he is fragging in body, he's alone. 1 versus 2 to try and clutch this up. It's a 1-tap. Beautiful. On the shot. Where's that second player, though?
I think he had 1 bullet in the gun.
Yeah, it had to be the singular shot.
Astounding.
But Junior's wrapping back behind. Body at least has the plant in this one. Junior, the idea to go apartments, not actualized. So Body holds close. Timing on this one. Timing is an issue because Junior, it's an AWP. 1 shot, 1 back turn, and it all falls apart. But not today. Body finds the 1 versus 2. He's got the big green to work with. That's another way to say it here. Run boost across for Afro. And a repost on the line will not work out. Junior, for the op of his own, is able to find it. So now options very much open for complexity. Oh, the nade is actually given the op back on over. So if Lucky wants to retrieve, he can. But Joko boosted up, finds one. Op picked up and falls back. So back to a 4 versus 4 now.
I just want to see Body whiff a Galil spray just so I feel smart from last round. Flashbangs in, Exorcist pressured by the hay cart, but he's sticking around. He wants to swing at this, and it's a 1-for-1. And again, the trades happen, but that opens up the site. A 2v2 in the retake, but this bomb will go down.
It's a good position as well.
There's no utility for Heat either.
Yeah.
Resmoke can come in from Moto. This is a tough retake here.
Junior made it across. He's in the pit.
Now.
You can't beat an AWP in this position. The plant spot is perfect for it. Floppy holds the other side. This is a tall task for Joko, unless he goes up top.
But even then, time is going to be of the essence. He doesn't have
and even if you kill Floppy, Junior is in a position.
Where's that kid drop?
It's
insight. Okay, it can be retrieved pretty quickly, but he's got to go now if he's going to do it.
He does.
They're not giving him anything, and he doesn't know where the rifle is.
He can try and just play spoiler here. Get rid of these guns into late round. Try and drop that op. He kills Floppy.
That's what he wanted. He's done.
Yeah. So op is maintained, but the round 2 is grabbed. That was a big swing.
There's the nades. Oh, Body limping.
The molly doesn't cover him.
Have they not seen him?
No, he's blinded. I think JT was too, but he'll have to drop away now. The spam not working. So everything from Cole is still alive. Now Lucky blinded takes 1, but it's JT working into the site. Has to be the spray away from range. The boost though. It's cheeky. Lucky able to find one. The bomb makes it down. And Grim is saved by the lack of bullets in his opponent's rifle. Now this retake, it really relies on Junior denying it. He's the healthiest. He has the op. He's posted on this angle. And he's ready, finds the first, needs more, but Grim is there to aid. Low HP is no issue. And now it's an AWP for Body. He can't work back in. Exorcise was late to this, but the shots now they're hitting. It's Junior alone, but the timing is everything in this. And Junior just has to live. He has the flash, he has the shot. Only one more required. Exorcise just doesn't have time.
They win the round. That's all that mattered. Exorcise can even get away from this explosion. Yes, he can.
Just a hero op that they saved over from the previous round, and the Deagles to back it up. Now it's the rifles. Now the proof has to be in the pudding. And the dish better be sweet, because it's a boost up for Joko, and it's a shot to connect. He's damaged, though. Junior only has an op. Can't swing that, can't take the risk on this trade. And Joko, he's a psycho, Junior! Even more so. Wide swing to cut him down with the op. But Afro, no way! That's a critical venture! And it turns the favor of the North Americans. Lucky has to back away. The pressure is applied and Floppy entered with more! It's a double for the man! And now it stands just with Body.
Nades out. Not ready for it just yet, but he'll be able to back away. Some support there, but it's not coming quickly. And they are, in fact, executing in as he's given up the space. Afro hits one. He needs a bit more for this to work, but as that smoke fades, he might have a chance. No, that shot goes awry. Body with one keeps the numbers in whack, but this bomb is crossing to go down, and they've got the site. So a retake will be required of the French squad. They do have the advantage, though, but now they have to capitalize.
Grim is re-clearing. He knows that no flank is coming now, and can look to help his teammate. Junior connects. AWP holds on the line still. There's util up for the French. 3 flashes between them, no smoke though, and you have to contend with Floppy. Flank shut down. Now it's just 2 left. Joko and Body, can they even get this done? They know the position of one, but they're not quite ready for Floppy and close. And you're right, Kit, it's not in the possession of Body, but the frags are coming, and Grim is one. He needs to go now, and Grim denies it.
Nothing substantial, but anything you do here is going to be risking it entirely, and Junior's just taken Joko just off the timing already. 1 down, an advantage found, limited weaponry to begin with. No Nova this time, but SMGs galore.
And the Flames are at the back of JT, but this complexity squad, the Flames have only made them grow. A Phoenix emerging and pushing for more. Now, the A-site defense is only 2. MP9 in close. He needs more than 1. Exorcise needs something massive, and Floppy has spotted him. 1 frag, not good enough. Lucky will try and find more, but the trade stay even, so it's a retake. 2 Frenchmen alive to try and save their squad, to try and keep this one going. It's Afro in mid. So far away, the utility non-existent. For him, at least Body has something. Smoke, flash, nade. It's a fine combination, but the setup in this post, it is so potent. Grim in the pit, he's been a monster, and Junior is only the backup in this play. When will this get noted? Nade in. Sure, Grim's low, but timing is an issue. Halfway already ticked on down, and Fang on the site is fell, but Grim has to trade immediate, and he takes another. A flaw.